Hey, what's up guys? I'm a film major that never watches any movies, so I figured I would change that. So recently, today, I just watched a movie called Shiva Baby, or Shiba Baby? Fuck, what's it called? Yeah, Shiva Baby. Shiva Baby? Fuck. How do you say it?
Shiva.
Shiva. You say it Shiva. So recently I watched a movie called Shiva Baby, and it was on HBO Max, and it was actually pretty interesting. So I guess apparently a Shiva is a kind of Jewish memorial service, like a kind of funeral. I didn't really know that going into it, but this movie is all about this woman who is in college trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life, and in the meantime she sells sex for money. And obviously with her family being Jewish, they would not approve if they found out about this. So it's just this woman at a very awkward meeting where she meets one of her clients, and she's mingling with a bunch of religious folk who are constantly asking her about her life. She seems like a failure to everybody, but she can't tell anyone that she's actually making money through what she's doing because they wouldn't approve of her. And I think really where this movie shines is a lot of the dialogue, especially if you've ever been to any kind of religious gathering. You've heard all of these kind of things before. I know there's like a constant thing that's being brought up over and over again, that just because she's not pudgy, everybody thinks that she has bulimia or some sort of eating disorder. And that is very common in at least church circles. I know when I was growing up, there would always be people who wouldn't have like pudge, and I would hear like men talking about other women being like, oh, do you think she has an eating disorder because she's so skinny? And obviously it just kind of highlights how in some of these circles, you know, women are kind of viewed for their body, but then shamed if they use their body for any kind of sex work. So it was pretty interesting. I kind of was not super enthralled while I was watching it, because it's just very awkward to watch. There's a lot of awkward dialogue, and not because like the actors are doing anything bad. It's just like an awkward setting, and so you kind of feel that secondhand awkwardness throughout the whole film. So I kind of like it more just reflecting back on it than I liked it while watching it, because it did seem kind of like a drag. I wish some of the music changed up more. They kind of have this awkward, I think it's like a string or piano music that plays throughout the whole film, and it's just kind of very unsettling, which does fit the mood of the movie. It's just, I kind of wish there was something else, a little bit more, something that would maybe ease us in and out of these awkward situations, but I guess that kind of goes to reflect the character and how like they don't really feel in and out of that ease. It just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like uneasy here, uneasy there, and it kind of builds up throughout the whole film. So that it's at least interesting. It doesn't make it like super enjoyable to watch, if that makes sense, but it's a lot interesting like reflecting back on it. I originally was gonna give this like a 4 out of 10, but I think just even talking about it, in true film, you know, and true, film major language, I've gaslighted myself into liking this a lot more than I have. I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7. I'm leaning closer to a 6, but I'm also liking it the more I talk about it. So maybe on a reviewing, I'd bump it up to a 7. But for right now, it's a 6 or 6.5, and that's what I think of Shiva Baby.